Tonight, court documents are revealing more about a recent shooting at an apartment on Maddox Street in Beaumont. According to probable cause affidavits, Montreal Lightfoot and Kevontay Willis were seen on surveillance video shooting in the parking lot of those apartments. Two people were hit. Both the suspects face deadly conduct charges. Police say the shooting was connected to 7 others that all stemmed from a feud between two groups.
All right, this states that the defendant, probable cause affidavit I'm referring to in the file here, and that the defendant and another person fired multiple rifle rounds into an apartment complex parking lot, resulting in 2 people sustaining gunshot wounds, and multiple apartments, occupied and unoccupied, were struck by gunfire, as well as multiple vehicles were hit. And according to the surveillance footage here, AR-15 style rifles were used in the commission of this offense and this shooting. Montreal Lightfoot is identified as one of the persons involved in the firing of the weapons. What is his bond now? Are you asking for a reduction in bond?
Yeah.
What is his bond right now? Mr. Burbank, you're asking for a reduction in bond, and the bond is $150,000. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I can put him on if you want.
What do you want to do? Whatever you want.
We're asking for a reduction to 50,000.
What do you want to do? Do you want to put him on?
I can put him on if you need to.
I don't need to, whatever you
I
want.
can shortcut it.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any statements you make during this hearing, sir, will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
And please state your full name.
Montreal Lightfoot.
Okay, and your date of birth is September 29th, 2006, correct? You have to speak out.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, everything. Yeah, you nod and shake your head. It doesn't work. She's got to take everything down so that we can have it for a record. Go ahead, Mr. Burbank.
Montreal, how old are you?
18.
18. And do you have any bank accounts or any money that you could possibly post $150,000 bond?
No, sir.
Do you have any vehicles? Do you have any property that you could put up as collateral for a bond?
No, sir.
Prior to being incarcerated? Well, how long have you been in jail?
4.5 minutes.
4.5 months. And before that time, were you a resident of Beaumont?
Mhm.
And who were you living with?
My mom.
And your mom. And if you were to be able to post bond and get out, would you go back with your mom?
Yes, sir.
Where does she live?
Straightaway.
Straightaway? Okay, and she has a place for you to stay, correct?
Yes,
You
sir.
can get rid of your bed, huh?
No, sir.
If you were to get out too, you would abide by all the rules and conditions.
Yes, sir.
One might be a GPS. They want to know where you're at.
Yes, sir.
Would you be able to do that?
Yes, sir.
There may be a curfew saying that you can't go out all hours of the night. Would you be able to do that?
Yes, sir.
And you're asking for a bond reduction at this time?
Yes, sir.
We're asking your honor that it be reduced down to 50,000.
Stay. Any questions?
Did you graduate from high school, sir?
No, sir.
Are my records accurate that you've not been arrested before?
No, sir.
Never had any juvenile history either, is that correct?
No.
Those are my only questions, Jeff.
The court is looking at the public safety report, as courts are required to do on taking issues of bond. I'm looking at this report. The defendant, among other things, it discusses the charge here in this indictment 25 CR 715, deadly conduct, discharge of a firearm. And it also states the defendant was in July of 23 evading arrest or detention, a Class A misdemeanor, was referred I guess juvenile disposition. May 26, 2023, illegal possession of a dangerous drug, a Class A misdemeanor, that was referred on November 15th, 2021. State jail felony of unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, that was adjudicated, and the defendant was placed on 1 year probation. And on November 15th, 2021, also an evading arrest with detention, a third-degree felony adjudicated, placed on probation with the unauthorized use of a motor vehicle for 1 year. That's what this is, that true? Okay, that's not what you told him.
Yeah.
I believe he was talking about his adult side.
Whatever.
No, I asked specifically
That's not
about
what he
attorneys.
asked. He asked for any. It was a global question. But the point is that the public safety report is made a part of the record in this, for this hearing, and sealed otherwise, because this is going to be dealing with some juvenile behavior. So this isn't the first time you've been arrested, is what this says. And this isn't the first time you've been before a court and a proceeding for criminal matters. So you know how it is. You know that actions have consequences. Good actions are bad, have bad consequences. Here, the court is looking at the probable cause affidavit, where there are numerous assault rifle rounds fired in a multi-family dwelling apartment complex here in this city at looks like about noontime. And you and another person were apparently identified as being the or among the people involved in the firing of those weapons. And the two people were shot, multiple apartments struck by gunfire, and multiple vehicles hit. In this city, this is like a bad movie. We're not going to put up with obnoxious, bizarre, violent, random behavior where people in an apartment complex, you have all sorts of people from young to old, where you have bullets flying around. This is absurd behavior in a life that we've had enough of violence. We don't want irresponsible behavior, and we certainly don't want people shot or in harm's way. And we don't want an environment where in the middle of the day, there are assault weapons being fired among the homes, multifamily dwellings in this city. We won't tolerate it. And you know, from your previous criminal involvement with the crimes of evading arrest, illegal possession of drugs, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, evading arrests, those all have consequences. And you were placed on a form of probation, it looks like juvenile, so you know that this is serious. But it's the law. We're supposed to live peaceably in this country, much less this city. And it's what we make of it. We are not going to tolerate wild behavior like this, where people are in harm's way. It only takes one bullet to kill someone. Your bond is, if it were me, I'd raise it. I don't tolerate this. The people in the city don't want chaos, especially someone who's been through this criminal system before. Shame on you. So the bond is not dismissed, it is not reduced. If he posts a bond, if you post a bond, you must have a GPS device. You will be at home confinement. You will not leave your home except for
That's a good question,
Shale,
Judge. Um,
numerous?
it was a lot. I
Yeah,
reviewed
only
that.
takes, yeah, that's one for each soul who was at risk.
One of the
Could have
things-
killed a whole bunch of people.
It sent two different people to the hospital, Judge. And,
Killed them.
but I don't
But people's homes were, and vehicles were damaged. Chaos. That's not tolerated. Shame on you. And anybody else involved with that. Shame on you. So, no,
Thank
you can
Judge.
sit in custody until we get this thing finished.
I'd ask that we place on the trial.
It's set for trial.
Move this on,
Sure.
Judge.
Sure. Let's set for trial and get it fast tracked. I want a jury in to hear this and to decide his fate as soon as possible.
One other thing for your honor's education, in this young man's 130 days in the jail, he's had 9 what they label criminal incidents. So his behavior in the jail is not.
What am I supposed to do?
I'm just educating the court that you're certainly made the absolute right decision based upon his behavior in pending custody, Judge.
Okay. But it's based, I didn't know that information,
Yes, sir.
but I guess I'm not surprised based upon the public safety report, the criminal history and the probable cause affidavit. You're free falling. You don't care about anybody else. The others, your creator should be first, other people second, and then you third. That's what all humans should be. We should be selfless, not carrying around weapons that can kill anybody and erratically firing those in multifamily dwellings and at cars. The fact that there weren't 20 or 30 people killed here by you, I guess, is a miracle. But it wasn't because of your brilliant thinking. It's just God's will prevented that from happening. But we are going to step in and control you as best we can. Everybody has free choice, and your choices are poor. Anything else? That's
No, from the state. Thank you, Judge.
all right. Kevontay Willis. This alleges in paragraph 1 that on or about May 5th, 2025 in Jefferson County, Texas, he committed the 3rd-degree felony of deadly conduct by discharging a firearm at or in the direction of others. And then paragraph 2 goes on to allege that you have been convicted out of Lafayette Parish, Louisiana in 2021 for robbery. So if you are found guilty of this 3rd-degree felony of deadly conduct, and this prior conviction was indeed deemed valid and admitted at a hearing, your punishment range becomes a 2nd-degree felony, which means you are looking at no less than 2 nor more than 20 years confinement in prison and a fine up to $10,000. Plus, you would not be eligible for probation in front of a jury if
Yes,
this
sir.
prior conviction. You going to interrupt me? Yeah, let's follow the rules for a change. That's why you're here. We all follow, and we all have to follow the rules. But you get in trouble when you don't. And finally, in 25 CR 717, in this case, you are indicted with the 3rd-degree felony of unlawful possession of a firearm by a previously convicted felon. So totally, you're looking at up to 30 years confinement is what you're exposed to. And in this deadly conduct, whatever sentence you get, it would not be paroled until you served 1/2 of your sentence on this deadly conduct. So if you receive a 20-year sentence, you won't see light of day in the free world world until you've served at least 10 years confinement in prison. And you're not eligible for probation. So you've gotten yourself into a box here. You got to deal with it responsibly. She's a fine lawyer. I'd follow her advice if I were you. Do you understand what you're charged with and what the punishment range is here in each of these cases? Why are we here? It's a hearing on what?
Bail reduction.
What is his violence?
Just on the deadly conduct, it's
I'm
$50,000,
sorry, it's one.
$50,000, and on the unlawful possession of a firearm, it's $100,000.
Mr. Willis, will you tell us how old you are
22 years old.
and how old were you at the time of the incident?
This incident already,
Yes.
I'm 22.
Okay.
I wouldn't hear of this incident, so
Okay, do you have any current bank accounts or cash on hand that you could use to help pay this bond?
yes, ma'am.
How much do you have available?
I don't know. This is my daughter bank account.
Do you have the funds available to pay
Yeah, my mom should have.
the entire $150,000?
Not the entire 150,000.
Okay. Do you have any property that you could use for collateral to pay the entire $150,000?
I don't think so.
All right. Who were you living with before?
My mother,
And if you were to be released on bond, if you were able to pay your bond, who would you go to live with?
my mother,
And she would still want you to live with her?
yes, ma'am.
And she resides in Jefferson County?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And if you are released or able to pay the bond, you understand that that may come with some conditions
Yes, ma'am.
conditions that might include you to wear an ankle monitor,
Yes, ma'am.
conditions that might require you to be homebound.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you're prepared to follow any of those terms and conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Judge, we are asking for a reduction in bond down to $50,000.
And she had asked you a question. I just want to make sure that we all think about this real hard. She asked you, and you can follow all conditions that a court would set.
Yes, sir.
There's not a doubt about
No doubt about
May I?
it. So help you God.
it. Can I say something real quick?
Yes, sir.
See, I was already on probation before, but I had completed my probation. Why am I not eligible for probation again?
I'll talk to you about that after this hearing, if that's okay, Judge.
Okay,
May I ask questions?
go ahead.
You are Kevontay Willis,
Yes, sir.
spelling Kevontay.
Yes, sir.
Your date of birth is December 4th, 2002.
Yes, sir.
You were convicted in the Lafayette Parish in Louisiana on August 26, 2021
Yes, sir.
for the offense of simple robbery
Yes, sir.
in clause number CR-179579 in the 15th Judicial District Court located there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And on that, you received for that offense, you did receive looks like the equivalent of some kind of probation where you were sentenced for 3 years, but hard labor, but it was probated for 3 years.
Yes, sir.
You were just referencing to the court that you had finished that probation.
Yes, sir.
When did you finish the probation?
I finished in 2024 around March.
Okay, go ahead.
Show you a picture that's in there. Is that individual you?
Yes, sir.
So you're not disputing the fact that you've been convicted before of simple robbery from that
Yes, sir.
deal that we've been talking about. All right, so let's talk about your conduct in jail. My records indicate that you have been in custody for 129 days, true?
Yes, sir.
My records indicate that you have been reported for different incidents of not following the rules starting in June 11th of 2025, all the way up until right before you appeared here in court on the date of September 21st, 2025, yesterday.
Yes, sir.
You want to modify your answer to that you gave the judge that you have the ability to follow rules?
You just see most of them cases I got in fights, but like I got jumped and all them situations like wasn't even my fault. Just I'm not from around here, so just I don't know how to explain it. But
I don't have any other questions along those lines, Judge.
Okay.
Anything else would be about the offense. and I'm
Let
not
me
gonna
ask you
go
about the
there.
probation that you were previously on. How did that get disposed of?
You completed the terms of that
Yeah.
probation,
I
correct?
completed the probation.
Or, for 3 years? It was a 3-year term of
Yes, sir.
probation?
It was a 3 and 7 if I violated 3
Was
years.
it February of 21?
Yes, sir.
No, that's the arrest date.
I believe that.
When were you placed on
conviction date was
probation? I'm
August
sorry.
August, yeah,
21,
August of 21.
August of 21, which means he's been a little over 4 years
But when did he get off of, when was he released from probation?
last year.
In 24.
24. Yes, sir.
The actual notes in our record says he was released unsatisfactory. That's from the custodian of the records for the pin packet that
Yeah,
was
I'm not sure
received
what
and
that
uploaded.
exactly means. Doesn't sound good, but I don't know what it means, really.
And in fairness to all of us, Your Honor, I also don't know what that means. From his understanding, he completed the probation. He didn't get any further.
Sentence?
Yes, so
So it ended with a probation, but it's a regular probation. He was found guilty,
Yes,
Yes.
not deferred.
It was a regular-
You were
regular
found
probation.
guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. That probation was not dismissed, though, and exonerated. He wasn't.
Correct.
it-
It's our equivalent of a straight, it's our equivalent of a straight
So
probation, yes, sir.
So you have, and that's why this is alleged here as a prior conviction in paragraph 2, which they're going to argue at trial feasibly that you're not eligible for probation because of this, if it's proven true beyond a reasonable doubt, and that the punishment range is enhanced. It's higher because of that.
And it's that conviction the state is relying on for him to be a felon in possession of firearm, Judge.
and just for judge's clarification, what age were you at the time of that conviction?
17.
17 at the age of that conviction, Judge.
Did you know better?
Yes, sir.
What?
At the time, I know better.
I was 17 months. I know better than
Yes, I know
to
better
commit
now.
robberies.
Yes,
I mean, how old do you have to be to know that a violent crime is real? All right, I have the public safety report as well. All right, you're asking Ms. Naraj for,
Yes, Your Honor, we're asking for a reduction in that amount to 50,000, something that is potentially capable for him to pay.
I understand. The court has also reviewed the probable cause affidavit in this case. And again, this is a most aggravated, serious case where multiple rounds of AR-15 style rifles were fired into vehicles and apartment units of a multi-dwelling apartment complex in this city of Beaumont, Jefferson County, Texas. And 7.62 and 5.56 caliber rounds connected to assault style weapons were fired in this case. And the current bond, the court feels is proper based upon the circumstances of this case and the defendant's criminal history. And shame on anyone who is so irresponsible to fire assault weapons at midday into apartment units and vehicles at a multi-family dwelling facility like this apartment complex here in Beaumont. Your bond is not reduced. If you can post the bond in this case, you will be placed on home confinement. You must have a GPS device. You cannot leave your residence under those circumstances unless a permission is granted ahead of time by this court. Do you understand
Yes.
where you are? And this is all due to the circumstances of this crime and your criminal history. Anything else?
Yeah.
That is all. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can talk to her.
yeah,
Okay.
I can talk to you.
Carly Fowler?